Good morning there, Devil fans. All right, so we have a big hockey game today at 1 o'clock up at the Rock. Today, New Jersey Devils are facing for the first time ever the Utah Hockey Club, but they're not really the first time ever because they're the Arizona Coyotes moved over to Utah. But um, if anybody has listened to the Uncle Pucker podcast over the summer, you see I'm very high on this Utah team. I do think they're going to make the playoffs. We're going to go over a couple of things, what to look for in tonight's matchup. But before I do, um, wherever you're listening to our podcast, our videos, please like, download, subscribe. The Uncle Pucker New Jersey Devil podcast is brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network. I definitely think that if you love hockey, hop on that website. They have tons of shows from every hockey fan known to man, woman, and child. So check that out. Also from Game Time and DraftKings Sportsbook. So thank you to our sponsors, and now let's move forward. So Utah is started out hot, man. They have played 3 games so far. They have won 3 games, and they didn't beat some slouches either. They took out the Blackhawks. They beat the Islanders, a playoff team from last year. They beat them in overtime, and then they put 6 up Saturday night against a $12 million man in the New York Rangers. This is not a team to be trifled with. They're 3-0. They have 6 points, and they sit first place in the Central Division. So they have a lot of fantastic young players, some really good guys that I really like watching. Clayton Keller, the captain, he's got 3 goals and 6 points in his first 3 games. You have Dylan Gunther, 5 goals already in the first 3 games. Logan Cooley has 5 assists already in the first 3 games. A lot of really good, skilled, fast players that can put the puck in the net. Um, Defense, John Marino's over there. I'm not sure if he's playing. I don't know if he's injured or whatever, but I don't remember seeing him in the lineup. But we did trade him to Utah this off season, so I kind of hope he plays. It'd be nice to see Johnny back in New Jersey. But the defense is led by Mikhail Sergachev, who they traded for. Easy for me to say, the Tampa Bay Lightning. They picked him up, so he leads them on the blue line. So look, like I said earlier, right? This is pretty much the same roster as Arizona Coyotes from last year, and we played them twice, and we didn't do good. So Arizona last year was 36, 41, and 5. They had 77 points. They were 7th in the Central Division. They were 16th last year in goals for with 256, and they were 24th in goals against with 274. Devils played them twice. The second game of the year last year on October 13th was a 4-3 shutout win for the Coyotes. And then in March 16th, in their barn out there at the Mullet, it was a 4-1 Arizona win. So we played them twice and they beat us twice. So what's going to be different this time around? I'll say lots of things. Okay, first, let's look at the goaltending matchup. Uh, Utah's got Connor Ingram. He is played really well so far. He has 3 wins, no losses, a 3.12 goals against average, and an 8.74 save percentage. And we know where we stand. Not quite sure where this goalie is good. What goalie is going to start for New Jersey tomorrow? You know, you got Jake Allen sitting at a 1-0 record, a 1-0 record rather, with a 1 goals against and a 944 save percentage. Jacob Markstrom's played 3 games. He's 2-1 with a 271 goals against and a 906 save percentage so far. Personally, because of this is the first game of another back-to-back for New Jersey. We have played at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then we head down to Raleigh where we play the Hurricanes. I would rather see Jacob Markstrom against the divisional opponent in the Hurricanes. My co-host Bobby thinks it probably be Markstrom. I mean Allen in against the Hurricanes. Keep Markstrom in. He's been playing well. Let's just roll with the 2 guys we have. Either way, I don't really care which guy starts. I think both guys are capable. So the Devils are coming off a hard-fought game against the Capitals. I love that game. And the more I thought about that game, the more I really liked the response from New Jersey, especially when you go and juxtapose that with how things went last year, right? We came off a really disappointing effort against the Toronto Maple Leafs on Thursday night. They come right back. They head down to DC and they play a really solid game and pick up the dub against the Washington Capitals, a team like we talked about in the last preview show, we talked about on the podcast on Saturday night, that Washington has owned us and we've played really, really well. So, that was led by our new guys, right? Stefan Nason, Paul Cotter. They had played great games against Washington. I think that this is going to be a chance for our top six to kind of step up and rise up against Utah. Utah, I'll kind of explain a little bit of what I'm thinking of this game. Because of their skilled forwards, because of how north and the south they play, I believe that the New Jersey Devils are going to be able to do to Utah tomorrow what other teams did to us all last year. We're the more physical team now. And I think we can use that physicality to kind of neutralize their high flying offense. And then I also think because things are going to be opened up a little bit more, that the Devils are going to be able to, their top six, basically, the guys that we really haven't seen pushing yet, really getting on the scoreboard, making a difference in the game. Guys like Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Timo Meyer, Nico Hischier. You guys know who we're talking about. The top six. I think the top six comes to life in this game. And I think that our bottom six and our defensive pairings are going to be able to be a lot more physical than Utah. And I think that's going to help us. A couple of things. Devils, this is their second game at the Rock. Um, I really want this team this year that to have that home ice advantage, legitimate home ice advantage. So when a team comes into the Rock, they know it's going to be a hard place to play. That's got to start tomorrow. And the other thing is, I don't think this is going to happen, but there's always that worry, right? Like, well, it's a back to back, and this is against a Western Conference game, a team. The more important game is Tuesday against the Hurricanes. So let's not look past Utah because Utah will go and slap the crap out of you like they did the Rangers and putting up 6 on Saturday night against them. If you look past them and you don't come out with your best stuff, we're going to lose this game. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think that this team uh, is able to flush these bad experiences, bad play, bad goal here and there. I think they're able to flush them a lot easier than they did last year. And they're able to come back and play a more complete game. So again, we're talking about this is our fifth game already. We're going to be playing Carolina on Tuesday. That'll be their second game. And this is Utah's fourth. So Utah played, I believe, at home against Chicago, and then they headed out back east, rather, out east, whatever, headed out here to play the Islanders, the Rangers, and now us. They're doing fantastic on this road trip. Let's put the kibosh on that, okay? Utah, like I said, I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think that you are playing a playoff caliber team tomorrow. You cannot take this team lightly just because they used to be the Arizona Coyotes, Phoenix Coyotes, whatever. So I think the big keys to this game is physicality from our bottom six and from our defensive pairings. We have to play these guys physical because we can control the game. That's going to open up everything north and south for our big scorers. It's fantastic that we're getting secondary scoring from guys like Paul Cotter and Stefan Nason and, some defensive guys. Seamus Casey has been an absolute breath of fresh air. But this team is only going to go as far as Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, and those boys take us. So this is going to be the game. This is going to be the breakout game. This is going to be the game where things click. But again, I think it starts with the physicality. Another thing that I really liked about the Devils in the Washington game was they didn't score first, and they didn't let that bother them. The one goal didn't turn into 3 goals in a matter of 5 minutes. They just got right back on their horse, and they played their game. I like this Devil team a lot in the little bit that we've seen of them, and I think they're only going to get better. This is a test. This is a big test. These guys are fast. They're skilled. They know what they're doing. They're well coached. They have good goaltending. This is a team that if you, like I said, take lightly, they're going to beat you. So I think that this is going to be to win this game, it has to be a complete effort. I'm not saying, it's great that the secondary scoring is happening, but we don't need that every single night. But we do need our top guys to chip in more often than not. Tomorrow afternoon is going to be the day. So, keys to the game, it's simple. Be physical. Don't look past Utah to get to Carolina. That's going to be a really fun game. And that's basically it. Play fast, play physical. This Devil team can beat these guys, absolutely. But if we sleepwalk, if we take any time off, I know it's a 1 o'clock start. Everybody, 1 o'clock starts suck. Everybody starts off slow, and there's some truth to that, but not always. So, regardless of what time this game starts, even if the first 10 minutes maybe are a little sluggish, they'll wake up. They'll be fine. Don't look past them though. That will be a detriment to us. This is coming up on a big, busy stretch for the Devils. We had a wonky, weird start out in Prague, then coming home. Now, kind of getting to the the routine of playing every other day. Get playing these back-to-back games. That's going to help this team find their identity and play the way that I think that this team, and why I think most Devil fans think this team is capable of playing. Other than that, I am really looking forward to this game. I love what Utah has built over there. I think they are for real. I think that they're this is going to be a really fun game to watch. I'm so looking forward to it. You don't get 1 o'clock games on Monday afternoons very often. So, for all Devil fans that are going to be hopefully off of work and be able to sit down and watch this game and enjoy it, and I think the Devils are going to come up on top. I think the Devils are just getting started, and they're just going to get better and better and better. This is a big one. You're playing an undefeated team. Give them their first L, then head down to Carolina and take care of business against a depleted, lesser Carolina Hurricane team than we've probably seen in the last 5 or 6 years. The Uncle Puckers will be back. We will discuss this game and the Carolina game. I believe we're doing a show on Tuesday. Not quite sure about the time, but it'll be dropping sometime on Tuesday. We will be back doing a preview of the Carolina game and a quick little recap of tomorrow's game on Tuesday morning. So again, wherever you're checking us out, I like a 5-star review, positive comment, all the other shit that every other person that puts a podcast out there tells you. Yeah, do that. Another thing, we do have these awesome Uncle Pucker Devil podcast stickers. They are free. If you want one, go to the Uncle Pucker website. All you got to do, fill out the contact info. We send them out to you, give you 2, 3, 4, whatever. We throw them in the mail, slap them on your car, slap them on your water bottle, your laptop, hand them to a Devil fan, whatever you got to do. Thanks for checking out the little preview video. Pop on comments. Let us know what you guys think about this game coming up. What should we expect? What did I miss? Whatever. Love hearing from our listeners. So thanks, guys. And like I said, Uncle Puckers will be back Tuesday, and we'll put a show out. Let's go Devils. Thank you, guys.